Hey, everybody, it's Steve Phillips with iWIN Real Estate. Thank you so much for joining us today. If you're here, that means that you're probably a Canadian real estate investor and you've come to the right place. Always remember, before we get started, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you're watching all of our content. We do our best to provide as much information as we possibly can to help you as a Canadian investment or real estate investor get all the knowledge that you possibly could need. So whether you're very experienced or you're new to the real estate investing game, we welcome you. We want you to check out this page and we want you to get some more content. So without further ado, I'm here today and I'm going to talk to you about 3 tips on choosing the right investment strategy for you. So this is really a tricky topic because it's so personal. This is going to be completely about you as an individual. I really think that you should try to take in as much information as possible from all of the brilliant people that have done it before, right? There are really no new investment strategies. There are just versions of old strategies or rinse and repeat on existing strategies. So you really don't want to try to reinvent the wheel. You don't want to be a pioneer. You know, the old saying is a pioneer is a guy dead in the ditch with arrows in his back. You don't want to be a pioneer. You want to find somebody that's done this before, and you just want to rinse and repeat and essentially imitate what has been done. So an investment strategy is going to be an internal diagnosis, maybe like how do you operate and where do you see yourself? So my very first tip, if I was to give one tip to a brand new investor trying to figure out an investment strategy that works for them, is know yourself. Know your likes and know your dislikes. Now that's pretty broad, so let me just narrow down on that. Know exactly what you hate doing. In my experience as an investor or being in real estate investment, I always dread certain things. Maybe it's, rent collection, or maybe it's dealing with tenants. Possibly it's in the renovations and fixing property. Everybody has their own thing that they just really don't like doing. And if you don't like doing something, there's a really good chance that you're going to procrastinate the things that you need to do to accomplish your goal if you don't like doing it. So you really should like what you're doing. This isn't like drudgery. You're not supposed to just hate this just so that you get rich. That's not the idea. This is about wealth building for you and for your family, and you should enjoy the experience. This is going to take a significant amount of your time away from your family, away from your friends, away from things that you may prioritize as very high on your list. And so in order to do that, you must like what you're doing. So figure out what your real skills are, figure out what you're strong at, where your natural abilities are. Me personally, as you can see, I like to talk. It's pretty much going to be part of my strategy that I'm going to be involved in speaking some way or interacting with people. That's what I like to do. And I also like renovations. I like watching the process. I like planning out a strategy. I like implementing that plan, and I like seeing the results of what I do. So I really don't like dealing with a lot of the tenants. So I get property management whenever possible. And I don't want to deal with the, nitty gritties of the bookkeeping or accounting. So I get somebody to do that. So just figure out what your strengths and your goals are, and then work those into your strategy. Number 2, my second one, is know your time horizon. I talk with a lot of new investors, and they're so ambitious and they're so aggressive, and they want to buy 20 houses this year, and they want to get into apartment buildings, and I love your ambition. I truly do. But know your horizon. If you're a 65-year-old individual, you have a shorter time horizon than somebody who's 25. I know you don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. I'm almost 40 years old. I don't want to think that way. But the truth is that is the fact. So we have to look at our time horizon. How long are you going to play this game? And if you're a younger investor or somebody with a lot of time in front of you, hopefully everything works. Like if that's the case, then plan on that as the long term. Plan to have a long-term strategy that over time, slowly but surely, with lots of patience, you can accomplish great things. If your time horizon is shorter, then really identify what is it you're trying to accomplish in that time horizon. Are you trying to pay for kids' schools and universities? Are you trying to pay for, aging parents? Are you trying to pay for your kids just to get into the housing market? Like, what is it that you're trying to accomplish? And then you can kind of gear the strategy to get you the results that you're looking for. I think it's really important that you identify those things. Third, know your market. Now, it doesn't have to be your individual market that you're in, that you live in every day. I mean, it's ideal if you can invest where you live, but a lot of people don't. So know your market, know the market you're going to. I personally am out here in Belleville, Quinte West, Prince Edward County. That's the market I am in. What does that mean? It means I have opportunities in student rentals. I have opportunities in duplexes and rentals and normal long-term rentals. I also have opportunities in Airbnbs or vacation rentals because that is what is here. It doesn't mean that I can't apply a different strategy. Maybe I want to do rent to owns. Sure, it's possible. But is it the best strategy here? I don't know. I need to know my market and know what applies best to mine. Obviously, you're not going to be doing student rentals in a city where there's no colleges or universities or any schools. That just doesn't make sense at all. So know exactly where you are or where you want to invest, know the fundamentals of that market, and then start to pick and choose like a la carte style. What's the best real estate investment strategy based on these underlying facts and statistics about the city that I'm looking to invest in? I'm attracted to the Belleville market. Why am I attracted there? Population growth, business growth, opportunities with schools, opportunities with new housing development. Like, there are reasons why you're going to that market fundamentally. Then there are applying the strategy that works best within that market. So know your market first, and then pick the strategy that works. Now, the combination of these 3 tips should put you on the right path to have exactly what you're looking for the near future, for the long future, and what makes you happy and makes you excited to do every day. So those are my 3 tips about getting into your investment strategy. They're not really technical about one produces more money than the other produces this or that, because quite frankly, that's impossible to determine based on what market you're going to. Each market will generate different results. I just was on the phone with an investor who's really into student rentals, and she commented that she really likes student rentals because she likes dealing with that age group. She likes that they're not going to be long-term tenants. There's a cycle and a season to each tenant coming in. So just little tips like that, I think, really will go a long way in identifying what you really like about your investment strategy. And then always do your research, do your investigations, find the people that have done it before successfully before you, go and learn from them, do everything you can to absorb that information, and you will be super, super successful. I wish you all the best and all the best of luck going forward. And remember, if you're interested in meeting us in person, we have an iWIN event coming up soon. So check the calendar, go and get your tickets today and register and come see all of us on our team in person. We'd love to meet you. Until next time, see you guys later.
Thank you for watching. If you want to learn how to invest in real estate from scratch, my team teaches beginners how to use the #1 investment strategy that I personally use in a virtual free training class every month. Go to investortraining.ca/YouTube to register for our next class. The link is also in the description as well. I publish at least 2 to 3 videos a week here, so subscribe if you want to keep learning from seasoned investors like myself and my guests. And if you're just starting out, feel free to ask questions and comment below, and I do the best to answer each of those comments and questions myself. Again, if you're ready to learn the nitty-gritty about real estate investing from a professional investor, register for our next virtual class. That's at investortraining.ca/YouTube. Thanks again for watching. See you in the next video.